This is some feedback for the group who did their literature circle on The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian. I thought you did a great job with your conversation overall. I thought that the questioner started it off in a really nice way. It took a little while as we go through here to, if I press play, for example, I'll press play on your Lit Circle, and we're already 10 minutes into it and not everybody has joined the room. So next time just try to all get in the room at the same time. But once you did join the room and you started figuring out how to start and talk to each other, it started coming alive. So the first thing I want to point out is right around here.
Once I got into it, I kind of liked it, and I really connected with it, and it kind of felt like I was reading my own diary, going back and reading what I had written, obviously, in the past. I enjoyed it.
Okay, this was the answer to the first question, which why does the diary format of the novel make a difference for you? And so it was really interesting listening to that discussion. And so many things came up in your discussion that I really thought were good because of the roles that you played. So the next thing I'm going to go to here is going to be right around here. Actually, it's right around, sorry, there.
I didn't have a problem with it so much. Maybe wait.
This is the profanity issue. There was a question, I think Anthony asked this question, and I thought the discussion was interesting here.
Before TV and MTV and what they see on day-to-day life, it might have been a problem, but I didn't have a problem with it myself.
I didn't have a problem with the profanity, but I did, it's the junior high and all of us, I did crack up every time you talked about men.
Okay, and I noticed that people start chiming in here, and you're noticing that it gives an authentic realism to the book. I thought that was good, some really nice insights here. I'm going to go over now to the quotes. And right around here, we have people who are going to, I think, share their screen with us. And so this was the first screen sharing that you did. And sometimes it takes a while to...
And it was after his sister died, and she got out and was finally at peace, and the rays breaking through the storm clouds.
Now, for some reason, I'm not seeing the beautiful picture that Dean created here. Maybe it'll come. Here we go. All right.
Something okay happened. One of my quotes was that if you let people into your life a little bit, they can be pretty damn amazing.
I really like the fact that Stacy took the sketch and from there took one of her quotes. So it begins to be a natural conversation with all of you. You're using your roles and launching into a discussion. That's exactly what you want your students to do. I am going to go to the next picture that Dean created, which, by the way, even though they're very simple, I thought they were extremely expressive. And I just really liked the way he talked about the end of the story when he and Rowdy were in the tree and they were talking about either hope or is poverty or addiction and despair going to be their life, or instead is love and freedom and peace going to be their life. And so I thought this was a very powerful picture.
I guess one could hope that Junior would be his inspiration, but I have a feeling the damage probably runs pretty deep there.
So talking about the characters Rowdy and Junior and the divide between them, the possible future life that they might have, to me seemed quite realistic. All right, I'm going to go now to, I'm going to go all the way to right around here, and Lisa is sharing some quotes. And this really started a very productive conversation.
To teach you lessons about perseverance. You know, poverty only teaches you how to be poor. I think that's a great phrase. I don't know. I think a lot of times we hear about, bad times make us stronger, and I think that's probably true. But I also think that this is probably true as well. You know, poverty only teaches you how to be poor. I think.
Right after Stacy gave this list and she says, what do the rest of you think? People started picking quotes, and I really, really thought this was a natural conversation. You know, we talked about racism with DWI, driving while Indian, and just so many different things came out of this quote. So great job on that roll. Really a lot of great quotes that you showed there. And then this quote conversation is still going on.
Because
10 minutes later.
You know, especially in the winter, when you get up, it's so dark, and my son, when I get him up for school, is always swirling. And I think it kind of drives home the sacrifices that Junior has to make to break that cycle and to make things better. Everybody else is sleeping, and you know, it's hard to get out of bed in the morning anyway. But when it's so early in the morning, certainly it's easier to just say forget it all, so to go on the reservation and sleep in and be comfortable. But he sacrifices that, you know, personal comfort for chance at a better life.
So I think that the quotes really started a natural conversation. That was really, really good. I liked how everybody jumped in to all of the roles, and I noticed that you had some chatting going on down here, trying to organize yourself. Are we supposed to do this all at once, or are we supposed to do it one at a time? You're supposed to just offer one thing, and then the next person talks, and it's just a natural conversation. So I thought this group did just an excellent job with your literature circle. Next week you're going to practice using audio and video. You'll be able to hopefully jump in quicker because you know how to use the online rooms now. I think you really did a great job modeling lit circles, talking about adolescent literature, how it relates to universal themes, how at times we can't relate to it because of our inexperience on the reservation, talking about poverty, talking about all the social issues that were inherent in the novel, and just a really, really productive conversation. So great job to this group.